Lisa here. If you go to sleep at night and you wake up and you feel like you've done something through the night, more than likely you have. We consider that you work for the army of the Lord or you're working for the army of the bad guys. Either way, I'm speaking to you. These theorems are based on Dolores Cannon's work, reading my Bible, and my own freaking personal experiences. Um, this is going to be a very short message. I wasn't going to get out here today. I noticed somebody's reported my freaking last video. you know, it's really hypocritical when you can get on YouTube and watch semi porn with gay guys doing stuff together, and nobody reports those videos. But god damn it, if you pull a tarot card and say some fucked up shit, God forbid, right? The hypocrisy of Google, YouTube is just off the charts. I can't wait to get my inheritance because I will be suing people on this platform for the hypocrisy. Um, I'm not going to challenge that. I say things, I say fucked up shit. But when you've been fighting 33 and a thirders, people from other countries, to people from Tibetan fucking monasteries who think they are better than, when you've been fighting covens, witches, warlocks, it gets under your skin. And God puts in place people who have thick skin, as it were, seasoned veteran warriors throughout time and space, people who understand the viscosity of time and space, and people who are very well protected by God. Now, I didn't realize who the Queen of Pentacles was I was talking about yesterday, but they've told me her name. I'm remaking this video because I said your name earlier. You're going to be a very sorry woman before the 15th of January. Know this to be true. Now, there's a man out there who they persecute over me. Why? I don't know. I've never met him. I don't fucking know him. I have to wonder if I'm quantumly entangled to help his soul, just primarily to help his soul because he's been through a hellacious experience. But I have something to tell you about that woman you married. And, well, no, I won't say that. Now, I learned this 2.5 years ago. The Druids in the countryside, somewhere in England, I'm thinking in and around or near Wiltshire, you have a country estate. Old family estate. I think the house needs repair. Your witch wife did some magic on it and one of the trees fell out and crushed in part of the front of the building because she was doing magic against me. I've never been to England, but I do communicate with Druids there. And what the Druids have shown me and told me is the first 4 or 5 years of your marriage with this woman, she kept herself incessantly pregnant when you guys were fucking and she wasn't fucking a whole bunch of other people. She's had 18 to 22 pregnancies, of which she aborted each and every baby. Now, on this estate in the country in England, you have a nice doorway that opens up into a what would be stone or cement patio. Maybe you keep a table and chairs out there. There's a lovely balustrade and some nice steps going down into what would have been, back in the Victorian days, is probably a topiaried garden. It's no longer topiaried, but there is the circular area that you have to walk around, and then you have a field. At the end of that field, there's a little grouping of trees. There's 3 or 4 trees, almost it would look like a fairy ring tree. On the other side of that trees, the ground goes up a little bit. And if you look along the mound behind the trees, because they're in shadow, the witch would have used the shadow to hide her work. The babies are buried within that mound. And with each baby, she's put a trinket. Each baby she killed, she used to manipulate you and your relationships and your future and even people she doesn't even fucking know. Now, Spirit, the druids of your land, hold you responsible. After all, you're the husband, and you've allowed it. Whether you had knowledge or you did not have knowledge, you have allowed her to do many wrong things without punishing her, without reining her in, and without stopping her. And in part, the use of your dead babies has been used to blind you, keep you sequestered, keep you down, keep you marginalized, and keep you from ever meeting your true divine feminine. That's all that woman's life has ever been about, is keeping you from your destiny. Now, I'm told you are still being held responsible for that. You haven't come out in the world and said you're divorced. And I understand the reasons why. I mean, everybody in the world wants to be with you. Men want to be with you. Women want to be with you. It's want to be with you. Things just want to be with you. And I get that. But you have to start being more honest with the world about who you are and what happened in that relationship. You can't have a political career unless you're honest under these particular circumstances. And the druids of your land want you to take the babies out of the mound, have a priest speak over them, and give them proper burials, and release them from the sinister enchantment she's put on them. She's used those souls for demonic purposes. And your bloodline, you will never awaken until the babies are dealt with. You will never fully awaken to who you really are and your power till the babies are dealt with. There needs to be justice for the death of 18 to 22 children that were never allowed to grace this world, who would have been, some of them, divine people because of your lineage, not because of hers. Now, I'm going to say some things that are going to happen this week. Her uncle, who is a rock star, is going to go to jail. When that man, when it comes out, his judgment and what happens to him, she will collapse because she believes that because of her relationship to that particular person in her family line, nothing is ever going to happen to her. Which, she's missing an eye. She can no longer see out of one eye. And she looks like a walking cadaver. Now, how she could think she's not being affected by her own negativity is just overwhelms me, okay? Because I see things, fortunately or unfortunately. And I apologize to the people if it offends you, me talking about seeing the sex magic. Sex magic in the third eye, when I close my eyes at night to go to sleep and I see the sex groups, is disgusting. And I'm ready for that to end. Now, I left you all alone after giving that message, but Mrs. Pentacles thought she's better than. You see these teeth, woman? I don't take these out and put them in a jar at night. They're my real effing teeth. Every fucking one of them. And I should have been able to continue that job physically, but each and every fucking day, you people doing your fucking sex magic have hurt my back worse than it already is. And yeah, I know you attack the feet. How many tarot readers have talked about voodoo dolls that the little pig face in Texas is hooked up with a doll manufacturer? And the fucking Lisa dolls. How many times have people stabbed the Lisa doll in the back or the toe? Oh, people, I can't wait. I can't wait for this to become public. I can't wait to get my money, and I will be suing this platform for abusing me personally and allowing me to be abused. Confusion spells. Do you feel bad about yourself? They do humiliation spells. They're paying somebody upstairs to drop barbells or rocks whenever on my head. They don't like it. They don't do it anymore because my spirit team gives it right fucking back to them. And I hear them fall on the floor. They've hurt their head a few times being stupid up there. My car paid to fuck with my car, and that comes out in these effing cards all the time. We got remorse over a car because the lone hombre's been watching, plus Dr. Seven from Planet 9. They saw what happened on December the fucking 6th, okay? The hitman was here, and Dr. Seven and the lone hombre stopped it. Now you can think these are just jokes, and then you can be with me in my life and see what it is. Now, Victor, they got Victor. Her life is fucked up. Why would you want to meet her? Her life is fucked up. Her life is fucked up because I've got more than 4 covens working on me to fuck it up. With people and paying people upstairs to come in and fuck with my environment here. And I'm doing everything I can, okay? I'm going to win this battle. So, Loki's on it. The real Loki, not your fake fucking, he's evil. Loki is the finest tactician in the universe. If he knows a trick, that's because he's played a few of them. He's saying, don't mess with the power muses. Okay? It's going to become very official. It's becoming, any minute now, before January 15th, this is all going to be official. So if you're on the good side of things, meditate, because we're going to move forward. Forward movement is coming. Now, to the guy in the UK with the fucking babies. Spirit wants those babies pulled out of that fucking mound. As long as they're in the shadows, they'll stay in the shadows. He wants them, they can be buried together, but he wants a priest to sprinkle holy water and say words. The priest will know what to say. The druids will be there, but those babies need to be released from the spiritual what do I call it? They've been spiritually bound to coven, they want to be unbound so they can either have new lives or work in the etheric on behalf of those that they love. And fuck you people. Fuck you people for judging me. If you don't talk to your children about penises and nipples and sex, you're doing your children a disservice. Okay? Now, pulled these cards this morning, way early this morning. This fucking coven group got me off to do something that seemed foolish. They thought me getting my car, I would crash because they've done things to my car. I didn't crash. Conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse, and it's a full moon today in Cancer. Stupid girls doing witchcraft today of all days on a Sunday with the full moon in Cancer. That's why I came out and told about the babies. It's time. I overlooked that story. I heard the story 2.5 years ago. I figured Spirit was dealing with it. I didn't realize I had to come out and tell the story and tell where the babies were. I feel sorry for you because I don't think you're there in England right now. Whether you're in England or you're not in England, have that mound excavated. Confidence is your key. New moon in Leo. Which is interesting since that person is a Cancer and does have Leo in their chart. Anyway, this is all I have to say. Take care of your own personal business. If you're not announcing that you're not unmarried to her, then you need to put a collar around her neck and get her on a short leash. It's your responsibility. Men, when you marry somebody in the eyes of God, and I know there's a lot of women who won't like this, you're responsible for the actions of your wives. You're not in an independent relationships where she's got her money and you got yours. She's got her business. You could live that way in the world, but spiritually, God holds you men responsible for what we do as women. Now, this is where I get angry with my exes. I have never been an irresponsible wife to either of the men I was married to, and I don't appreciate the way I've been treated through my lifetime. From my own personal familiar family back in New York, I've been treated with such disrespect. I hope my sister goes to jail. May she never come and speak to me. I hope I get my money. And I hope I get my money and she goes to jail. Now, my brother wanted to be in a political arena. I always minded my P's and Q's on behalf of him. He's probably not aware of that because he's one of the most narcissistic, selfish, self-aggrandizing human beings you ever met. He's like Scrooge, and he thinks Scrooge is a good fucking guy. Not the reformed Scrooge, but the actual Scroogey Scrooge. I think he worshipped that guy. He's a sick person. I hope he goes to jail as well. I hope he goes to jail and the people who associate with him go to jail. And I hope that everybody who helped my siblings rob me end up in fucking jail. And I feel bad. I feel bad that I let them rob me. You want the money? Here, have the money. Because I always believed in myself that I'd be able to do something to put me up in that upper echelon. But they do witchcraft to keep me down. And heaven help them. Heaven fucking help them if they paid Mr. UK's wife to fuck with me. And Miss Hollywood, who thinks she's in control of every fucking thing in Hollywood. I got real teeth, bitch. You stupid little painter, fucked up hairdo, and your nose, it's always like Pinocchio. She does gladiator shit with actors, making them fight against each other. It's disgusting. She's disgusting. And she's the reason why entertainment sucks. And she's the reason why up there in space, they're coming down. Because they're sick of what they see on TV. Anyway, you can believe me or not believe me, I don't really ever care. Mr. UK, get those babies out of that mound and put a fucking collar on your woman. And you have my permission to beat her. Although I know that's not in your wheelhouse, but you might enjoy it this time around. God wants you to take control. Peace out, everybody. I think you're amazing. It's not with happiness I give this message, but I'm told I need to do it. Be well, folks. Bye now.